guys, so in this problem, we have two functions. We have f of x and we have g of x. We have g of x, which is down here in green. The question for you guys is, I want to write a formula for the function g in terms of the function f. Now that sounds very confusing, right? But basically, they're not giving you the equation. They're just giving you the graphs. One's called f, one's called g. Now, because you want to find function g, you're going to leave the g alone. So you will need to use function f to find how much you have to change it to get to g. Well, I already gave you guys a set of tools here you need to understand. Whenever you put something with the x inside of parentheses, that means you're moving the graph side to side. We call that a horizontal shift. It's a horizontal because it moves left or right only. Now, when you have something outside the number, we call that a vertical shift. Vertical means you go up and down. Now, remember, the formula has a minus here. That's going to make a big difference. You're going to see why in a moment. All right, so let's talk about our points here. We'll be talking about this point. The easiest points to use is this one and this one. Well, this point right now, based on where it is, it's called the x is 3, and the y, it looks like it's a 2. And for our green line, the g, we call that that's a -1 for the x, and for the y, it's a -5. Well, let's talk about it, guys. How much do I have to move to the left to get to that point? Look, my x right now is at 3. I want to get to my x at -1. Well, if we count them, guys, isn't that 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left? Well, when we go to 4 to the left, isn't that a -4? So we found our horizontal shift. Our horizontal shift is -4. Now let's find our vertical shift. Our vertical shift is how much I have to go down to get to that. Our y currently is a 2. Our y over here is a -5. So how many I need to go down? Let's count them. So we're at 2. We have to go to -5. Let's count them. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I went 7 down. That means that'll be a shift of 7 down. That'll be a -7. You see that? Well, I guess we found our g function, because if we were to write this down, that would be g of x equals f of x. Don't forget the formula has its own minus. X minus -4 plus -7. Now, you could call it that way, or if you just want to simplify, we could call it g of x equals f of, well, what's a negative times a negative? That'll be x plus 4, parentheses, positive times a negative, -7. And that will be the same thing. So you just found your g function and in terms of the function f.